Welcome to Landria Anka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. You know, I noticed that I'm sitting taller. Have you ever noticed that? Do you ever get in your car sometimes and all of a sudden, everything has to be readjusted because, you're sitting taller and the rear view mirror has to be adjusted? It's a good sign. Well, good morning. I went to CrossFit yesterday. I do a lot of stretching and I'm hanging from the bar. I do that for about 20 minutes before I start my workout. My cat's over there playing with a toy. Of course, they're like children, right? As soon as you get on the phone or you're talking, they start acting up. So we'll ignore that for now. How you feel and think about yourself projects absolutely everything. Your energy, how you stand, how you speak to people, just even your eyes. Have you ever noticed somebody that's looking down? Everything inside of you projects outward. Everything does. And so today I just want to hit part 3. I don't think we've gone to part 3 yet, but this is Master Key System by Charles F. Haanel, with 2 A's, H-A-A-N-E-L. This is one of the most awesome books. It has been read by Warren Buffett, Brad Pitt, if that even counts, Bill Gates. All the big boys read this back when nobody knew what this book was because it had been banned for, decades, maybe centuries, I don't know. It's a couple hundred years old. And I believe, I don't know. I should probably check these facts out before I say stuff. Yeah, it's really old. So it's been out there forever and banned because it was so powerful, and the church didn't like it because it was putting ideas in the minds of people that they actually wielded their own power, that they were not separate from the powers of Christ or of even God. Even though we are human beings, we're operating in a dense, environment. So we're not going to be acting like God because our whole purpose is to get our vibration, our frequency back to that of which we came from and split off from, right? But we still do connect to those powers and we still do have full control over our reality. Now, we came here and we forgot all that because that's part of the game, is to really be 100% of what we truly are and connect to that and not let that outside world affect us. Now, I just did a video on, how you can turn anything around. And the whole video, people are probably thinking, oh, this is great. Is it some kind of ritual or something? No, it's actually never thinking a negative thought about anything or any situation, anybody, right? That's going to be a tough one, but think about it. Because I'll have people that'll make comments on my channel that are so really negative, and they don't mean to be. They don't realize they're just functioning that way. And I'll guarantee you that most of those people that do that all the time probably are struggling with a lot of abundance in their life because they see the world as a negative place. They see others and they see the faults. They see the problems. They are probably addicted to conspiracy theories or negative news, or, they're addicted to the news. It's exciting. Maybe even these reality series that are maybe not so positive. Not all of them are negative, but there's a lot of them that are just garbage, right? They're just other people's problems. We have our own stuff to deal with. So my video today, which really Master Key System reinforces, and we're going to read that, is that if you can stop yourself and really observe every single thought. So it's not just about manifesting and doing this, and then you go off into your daily life and you're going, that little, B word, why did they do that? Or, oh, that politician is blah, 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 and they're blah, blah, blah. And then we wonder why nothing's coming to us, right? You are sending out negative vibes, judgment, negative vibes. That's a lower frequency. Doesn't matter what's coming out of your mouth. The negativity of any kind is taking you down. So you can sit and meditate all day and feel really good, and then you go, why am I feeling bad again? Well, start to take a look at every thought, because that's the number one. And if you never do anything except for the first chapter in this book, you will turn your life around. And that is controlling your thinking. Now, so I've got videos where I tell you, you can say things like the reverse. Let's say you go, oh God, I'm never going to make that money. I'm never going to get that job. I'm never going to get that person. And you stop yourself and you say the reverse. That is not true. I do not believe that. I am capable. I can earn any amount of money I want. All good things come to me. I am prosperous. I am abundant. And you've got to keep that up. And you may not even believe it, but sometimes that's when the affirmation type of, let's say, rituals or practices, I should say, will eventually get you to not focus on the negativity and start to believe what you're saying, hopefully. But what it does, it sends a reverse message to the universe, because you feel good when you say that. Doesn't it feel good when I say that? Like, if I say, you're never going to make any money, it's sort of like, ooh. But when I say, that's not true. You have the power of the universe. You can do anything. You can be abundant. You can be wealthy. You can have the love of your life. All of these things you can have. And they are going to come to fruition for you. And doesn't that feel good? You can say that to yourself. So if you catch yourself saying one negative thing about another person, you're criticizing yourself. We are a one energy. Fact. One energy. So even though you function independently with your own, ability to make choice, you're actually creating a negative vibe that resonates throughout the universe, because everything's one energy. And so by doing that, you're just hurting yourself. You're not criticizing that person, you're hurting yourself. So raise that frequency. Find something nice, or you don't say anything. My dad used to say, say something nice or don't say anything at all. In other words, if I don't have to say something nice. If there's somebody who's really nasty to me, I don't have to say, oh, they're really a nice person. Maybe they're not really a nice person. Maybe they're just a jackass. And all you have to say is, you know what? Bless them. Bless them. I send them thoughts of healing. And then walk away from the negative energy. But don't stand there and judge it. Don't put your own negative vibes on it. Correct that thinking constantly. That is not true. I am worthy. That is not true. I am smart. That is not true. I have talents. That is not true. I am not that person that my parents said I was. I am beautiful and perfect, because all of us are. You are a light being. You're wearing a costume right now. You chose it. All right, let's go into our chapter. So, every individual, I'm going to, summarize this a little bit, because it's really oldie worldy kind of speaking, because that's how old this book is, reprinted. So basically, the individual can act on the universal. The individual has the ability to act on the universal. So we think we're separate. We think there's a power that we're going to tap into that's going to grant us something. That is not the case. That power acts on you. You are controlling it. You are directing it. You're orchestrating everything. It's just sitting there waiting for you. Isn't that awesome? That's really, really great news. The result of this action and interaction is cause and effect. Everything's cause and effect. That's why you need to catch yourself with every negative thought and reverse it and make another statement. Catch yourself till eventually you don't have negative thoughts. You look at somebody and you're sort of neutral about everything. And you say, okay, it's a beautiful day. It's raining, right? Okay. Rain. Thank you for the rain. It's beautiful. The grass is lush and green. Thank you. You can find good things in everything. You really can. I know sometimes it's difficult, but sometimes you can. You say, It's a great day to stay in and write. There's so many things you can turn around in your head. Cause and effect, cause and effect. So the effect is, the universe is going, this is a happy person. We're going to send them joy and love, and they're going to send all kinds of wonderful things. And you might say, well, no, I don't want them to send more rain. That's not what's going to happen. They're going to start to connect to higher frequency, and on higher frequencies, abundance flows. All the things you desire start to flow to you. All right, so you are really orchestrating that. All right, eliminate, therefore, any possible tendency to complain of conditions as they have been or as they are, because it rests with you to change them and make them what you would like them to be. So you're complaining about stuff that you have complete control over. It's ridiculous. Why are you complaining? You did it, and you can change it. So by complaining, you're accepting that situation. I'm in a negative situation. I've been in a negative situation. When in fact, the complaints are what keep you in that negative thinking that that's who and what you are, and it perpetuates. It continues to flow because the message is bad situation, victim, wham wham, mommy daddy didn't love me, and then, oh, I'm in a bad situation, no money now, suffering, don't have the love of my life, whatever it is you've got right now, and then your focus is the message to the universe, cause and effect. So it's up to you to change that by focusing on all the positive things that you want to come into your life. And all of the other stuff is gone. It's gone. It's not. Is your mom and dad in the room right now telling you that you're stupid? That you'll be worthless? And all the other garbage they pump into your head? No. Well, maybe they are. Maybe they're watching it with you. But my point being is that that's gone now. It's gone. You only keep it alive with your thoughts. And unfortunately, we don't sit all day and think about, oh, I remember that vacation, and oh, every day you think of, no, you're usually always focused on the negative. Isn't that horrible? It's like we're doing it, and we don't want to do it, yet it keeps showing up, and that's the ego. Of course, we've got other videos on that. All right, so direct your effort to a realization of the mental resources always at your command, from which all real and lasting power comes. This is the power that you are. It's always there. It's always reacting. You're always manifesting. So persist in this practice until you come to a realization of the fact that there can be no failure in the accomplishment of any proper object in life. If you but understand your power and persist in your object, like your objective is what they're trying to say, because the mind forces are ever ready to lend themselves to a purposeful will in the effort to crystallize thought and desire into actions, events, and conditions. Awesome. Isn't that awesome? Awesome. All happening. It's always happening. This is exciting stuff, right? Oh my gosh. Right now I can start. All that past stuff is past. What the heck am I even thinking about it for, right? The problem with that, though, is your brain is rewiring all the time. And this is why Joe Dispenza is such a big, I should say, I'm a big fan of his, because he really deals with the fact that we have wired our brains to focus on the negative because it's protecting us. So it's like, oh, no, you've been told you're stupid and you can't do that. It's actually been trained to do that. Take an animal and train it to bite people, and it's like, okay, oh, this is good. I'm going to bite somebody. That's what I've been told to do all this time. It doesn't just stop biting people overnight until you tell it that's not acceptable behavior. So you've got to retrain your brain. So I highly suggest any Joe Dispenza books. There's one even called You Are the Placebo. If you have health issues, you can actually heal yourself. There are powers within you that are unlimited. So you can turn anything around. The past is gone. Now with the conditioning, it's going to show up, that reminder that you've been told, because we do have memories and unfortunately things get triggered. But that's when you have to reprogram it and say, that is not true. I have the power of the universe. Abundance flows to me. And you got to stay on it, because we can slide back, right? It's easy to slide back, especially if things don't show up. Oh, this doesn't work. Oh, I'm not worthy, or whatever it is. You're going to tell yourself some stupid story. Just be patient. It's going to show up, and the fact that you know it's going to show up and you're patient tells the universe you even know even that much stronger that it's coming to you. So, wow, this really goes into some deep stuff. Into your solar plexus and all of the things that are connected. They are really dealing with exactly what Joe Dispenza talks about, in that there is a brain and a system that's operating along with your limitless power that is not those things, but it is flowing through this body, and all that energy is still a part of you as the Joe or Barbara or Susie on this planet. So yes, those are things that we still have to deal with. And that is why you can reprogram that. And that's our biggest battle, right? Our biggest challenge is all of this stuff that keeps showing up that tells us, it talks to us, that's negative. That's it. That's all it is. It's this whole body, this brain, the conditioning that continually brings up a memory, a thing you've been told, a programming. And if it wasn't for that, if I bopped you on the head and you forgot all of that and I told you you were limitless, you would walk around a limitless, abundant person manifesting like crazy. It's the hanging on to all of this stuff. So the negative thoughts, they've got to go. Catch them. And this is the monitoring of your whole system, monitoring everything at every moment. And when you get good at that, eventually they pop in and you go, oh, what's that? Like I'll be in the car and like somebody will cut me off and I'll go, oh, okay, bless you, sorry. I know you didn't mean that. And I'm thinking there's that reactive thing in me and I think, gosh, where'd that come from? I was getting ready to like go, we're still human beings, all right? You're not going to be some perfect, thing. Even Jesus Christ got angry. So that's part of the package here. Don't fight it. When you become an enlightened being, you don't walk around like never, having a negative thought or never having, challenging feelings. You just process them differently. And the brain gets rewired that it doesn't react anymore to those things. It knows they're false if they show up. And that is the key, is to catch that false thing coming in, thought, feelings, whatever, catch them. And it includes every situation, every person, not just about yourself. You cannot sit there, say, oh, I'm a limitless being, and turn around and think something bad about your friend or gossip about them or criticize them, even if it's in your mind. And that's the most powerful thing. It's what's going on in your mind. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Again, the Master Key System, one of my favorite books. And we're going to go move on to other chapters. I probably already did 3, but I think it's so powerful because thinking is critical. Catch yourself. Positive. Love, abundance to you, prosperity, change, higher frequencies and vibrations. Call in your angels, ask them for help. They're just waiting for you. They're just saying, we're here, but, free will. Call them in, say, I need your help. Show me the way. Get me to this, bring me to the right people, get me the right books, get me the right videos. You're on one right now telling you that you can change all of this. Practice, practice, practice. Light, love, abundance, peace, joy. Namaste.